I've just discovered a new crusade. It's another crusade. Get to Hobart and find where they're building the stadium for the new Tasmanian football team. I think they're called the Tasmanian Devils. They haven't started building it yet, but I'm going to find the site. I don't care if it's just a car park or a patch of dirt. I'm going there, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to kick the first goal for Tasmania. Come on! Righto, so it's 10 to 2. Not making much progress at the moment, getting out of here. But I reckon I can get to this dam within the next, 2.5, 3 hours. But as I say before, the issue is possible sleet or snow on the way there. I've been told by a few lads on motorbikes. So I'll see what happens when I get there. Worst case scenario, I can get up tomorrow morning and head to the dam and just put it in the hard yards tomorrow. Hit a special kind of cold. There's patches along that road where it just feels like it's -5 degrees. I was just saying that we were going over one of those passes just then, and it hit 7 degrees, I think it was, and then the rain just hits at the same time. Yeah, it's a special kind of cold. Oh yeah. I wouldn't swap it. I wouldn't swap the helmet for a bloody closed face in this weather. I don't care. I don't care. But it's not about being tough. It's just an experience to have the wind in your face. Yeah, and. Right, so it's telling me I'm going to get to the dam at 5 PM. Then when I get to the dam, I've got to turn around and head back another 100 k's or so to the accommodation. So I'm thinking I might just go straight to the accommodation now and do the dam in the morning. Zip down there in the morning, do a U-turn, then head over to Port Arthur through Hobart. Today's one of those days. It's 2:30 in the afternoon. I think we left at about 9. But it just goes to show we've covered maybe, I don't know, 150 k's and we've been going since 9. There's just so much to see here, and I'm not necessarily being a tourist here. Like, I'm not stopping and looking at things. There's a wood museum back there that I would have loved to have stopped and had a look at, but it's just you can't do everything. So for me, this is all about doing the lap of Tassie to finish off the lap of Australia. The two horses are holding up well. Yes, even if she breaks down now, it's only about 150 kilometres. Call me a bad omen. She's running rough, she needs a tune. Good old. He's got the bling, he's got the bling. The old lift to ride, I love him. Lift to ride bling. Here come a couple of bikes, here we go. Ride it like you stole it, boys. Oh, we're now far enough away from the west coast that we've finally found riders. No one dared to venture where we ventured. No one dared to venture where we went yesterday and the day before, which was the hailstones, pouring rain on the west coast. There was no one there. Now they're everywhere. How good's that heat?
Oh,
17. It's 17 degrees now. Oh, it's so much better.
it so reminds me of coming out of the tablelands of Atherton.
Oh, yeah, Queensland.
And then getting to like Innisfail and it's like 30.
Yeah.
Fucking unbelievable. And the steam is coming off you because of all the wet gear.
Oh, it's a huge difference. We've gone from 7 degrees to 17 with the sun out. So Nev's going straight to Hobart. I'm turning right down this road here. Righto, so that was Nev. The wolf pack has now become one. The wolf pack became two. It's now become one. Nev's leaving us.
Now we're soloing it again and going off as pretty much lone sharks and.
Yep, that's it. So that's what happens, you know, in the last 24 hours. Meet someone on the side of the road and start travelling together. And I'm going that way. And Nev's going that way. See you, mate. See you, mate. Righto, so that was Nev. Good on you, Nev. Ride safe, mate. It's now 18 degrees. This is like bloody, it's like middle of summer. It's like a hot summer's day now. It's great. It's 18 degrees. That's I guess that's the way life goes, isn't it? Yesterday, in the pouring rain, bumped into a Harley rider named Nev, and spent the last 24 hours riding the southwest coast of or riding the southwest region of Tasmania. So it says I'm 42 k's from the accommodation. Yeah, it's a good looking spot. Hang on a second, let's have a look at this as I'm rolling in. Tassie just keeps delivering every corner you turn. As I was saying, I'm about 40 k's from the accommodation. It's going to get me at about 4:30, 4:45, and I'm still another 100 k's, 150 k's away from the dam. Just given the amount of wildlife that's out here and the amount of roadkill that you see, it's probably wise if I just pull up stumps at about 4:35 o'clock, and I'll get up early tomorrow morning, head down to the dam, and then make my way over to Hobart. Probably south of Hobart, maybe Port Arthur, things like that. It's funny how, you know, a 200-300 kilometre day is a full day here. It's not it's very different to my outback riding that I've done, where you're doing, you know, 1,000 kilometre days, day on day, you know, 35, 40 degree heat. It's a very, very different experience, and just as rewarding, if not better. It's amazing here, absolutely amazing. Tasmania, you have not seen the last of me. This is something that's on our doorstep, Australia. It's right on our doorstep. You don't have to go overseas all the time to see some of the most spectacular parts of the world. It's in our own backyard. Righto, let's get on with it. This YouTube channel is just a diary. It's a diary of a bloke on a motorbike just going for a ride. No, that's all it is. It's a diary. But it became a genuine crusade. It grew into something to help others. This channel's not about trying to push my life out there or anything like that. The channel's about sharing happy times and good memories on a motorbike and seeing Australia and sharing it with people, not just in Australia, all over the world. It's only a small channel, but you know what? It's been fun, and I get quite a thrill out of putting smiles on people's faces. It's very rewarding. The Boots for the Bush Season 2 will be coming up in a few months' time. That I can assure you. And we'll see what happens after that, hey? That's a cracking house over there. That is a beauty. Look at that. Wow. Wow. Well, it looks like I've made it to the accommodation. It's a place called Medina, which is like ski field sort of area. So I'm pretty sure that's what it is. This is where the snow falls during the winter. Well, that ends another successful day. Okay, the road to Strathgordon, where the dam is. I think we've got about 70 k's to go down the road. It's a balmy 5 degrees. It's fresh. But once I head back north again and towards Hobart, it's going to be as much as 22, 23 degrees. Let's get on with the day. Just dense bushland here. Go for a walk here and you'll soon get lost. You won't be coming home. So I'll put the map up and you'll see where I'm talking about. There's nothing down here, just bushland. And this is where the supposed sightings of the Tasmanian tiger have been. And I can see why. If anything was going to survive down here, it'd be something like that, because no one's coming down here. Through Strathgordon, you know, blinking and missing sort of stuff. But I'm just going to keep following this road until it ends. But I'm just going to go to the end of this road because I'm pretty sure, well, hopefully that's where the dam is.
When she was just a girl, she expected the world, but it flew away
Righto, we've officially made it to the end of the road. And I'm petrified of heights. Yeah, that's no good. No good.
When she was just a girl, she expected the world, but it flew away from her reach, and the bullets catching her teeth. Life goes on, it gets so heavy, the wheel breaks the path.
Well, there you go. That's the Gordon Dam. One road in, one road out. But I have to say, quite possibly one of the most spectacular roads in Australia. So it's back on this same road for about an hour and a half. I think I turn right and head towards Hobart on my way to Port Arthur. Righto, so the idea now is to head back to the main highway. I think it's about 40-50 k's away. Turn right and make my way across to Port Arthur via Hobart. So I've decided to go straight to Hobart. It's about an hour away via some country roads because I've just discovered a new crusade. It's another crusade. Get to Hobart and find where they're building the stadium for the new Tasmanian football team. I think they're called the Tasmanian Devils. They haven't started building it yet, but I'm going to find the site. I don't care if it's just a car park or a patch of dirt. I'm going there, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to kick the first goal for Tasmania. Come on!
Dream of paradise, paradise, paradise. Oh, she dream of paradise, so lying underneath those stormy skies.
Back to reality, stuck in the traffic. This is no good, no good. We're about 4.5 k's out of Hobart. Righto, so I've made my way to Hobart and I'll find somewhere to pull over and I'll see if I can find where this stadium is being built. I'm going to get out of here as soon as I can though, because this is not the reason why I came to Tasmania. I came to Tasmania to get lost a little bit away from this sort of stuff. Righto, so I've made it to a place called Elizabeth Street Pier. Alright, so as I say, this is not the reason why I've come to Tasmania. So I'm not going to stay here for very long, but now I'm going to Google and see if I can find out where this stadium is being built. I don't care if it's a car park or a gravel dirt patch, I'm going to find it and kick the first goal for Tasmania. And I've got some great news. So I've just Googled the proposed AFL stadium for Tasmania. It's at Macquarie Port in Hobart. It's going to be a stadium that holds 23,000 seats. It'll have a retractable roof, and more importantly, it's going to be the home of the Tasmanian Devils. Now, why am I excited? Because watch this. It's only 1 kilometre away. Righto, here we go. Okay, I've just spent the last half an hour. I've just spent the last half an hour trying to find this place. I almost set up and had a shot at goal over here at this place called Macquarie Point. It's actually not the exact location I'm looking for. And I thought I can't do that, because I'll tell you what, people will pick up on it in years to come when the stadium is built and realise I didn't kick it at the right location. So it's telling me it's another 2.4 kilometres the other direction. The things we do, hey, I've just wasted probably a good hour and a half doing this. But I'm determined. It's a big theme of this crusade is kicking these goals, and right now I can't think of a better way to top off today. I'm still going to get across to Port Arthur, which I think is another 100 k's from here or something like that. I don't know, but it's currently 3 p.m, so I've still got plenty of time, and it's a beautiful day. Okay, this is more like it. Yep, this area is exactly what's on the internet. Jezeleko Yote! Oh, this is gold. This is absolute gold. So this is the location of the new stadium for the Tasmanian Devils, the AFL team. You absolute ripper. And the best part is, we've got a couple of flagpoles here. I might use them as the goals, I think. And I know they're generous goals, but these are the posts, one there and one there. I've got the 360 camera set up to capture this. I ain't missing this one. Righto, here goes. 2025, call it the first goal for the Tasmanian Devils. I'm claiming it.
She said, oh, I know the sun was set to rise. This could be
There it is, there it is. Oh, I'm claiming it. I am claiming it. The first goal for the Tasmanian Devils on the site where they're building the stadium. Just like to say a few words. It's an emotional time. Going down in history as the first ever goal kicker for the Tasmanian Devils on this sacred ground. You know who the true winners are today? The people of Tasmania. They now have a hero in the Indian Crusader. Now let's get to Port Arthur. it's a pretty non-eventful sort of drive down to Port Arthur. I'm still another 20 k's away. It's more of one of those rides where it's like get to the destination. But I'm 20 k's away and had to stop and have a look at this. This sort of stuff is never done justice on a GoPro, ever. So I have been to Port Arthur before. I actually mentioned in one of the videos on the lap around the mainland how I went to a ghost tour, and the first question I asked the fellow on the ghost tour, I said, how many ghosts have you seen? He said, to be honest, mate, I've seen none. And that's when they lost me. It's like, just make something up for you. And for those who don't know, Port Arthur is the penal colony. That's where all the convicts went. It's a bloody horrible place, and a lot of visitors from overseas go there. And I've had a lot of people tell me in the last 20 years from overseas that it's one of the most horrific places they've ever experienced in their lives. So yeah, that's telling you something. It's a part of history in Australia we don't seem to talk about enough, and that is that the convicts who came out here and the way that they were treated was just inhumane. But for some reason, we don't talk about it. Yeah, I think it's a part of history that I think should be taught to all students, and something that we all should respect and look back on, and be grateful that we're in what I believe is the greatest nation on the planet. There's a song called "The Fields of Athenry." It's an Irish song. Most Irish songs are pretty bloody sad. The Irish history is one of the saddest histories going around. But listen to the song called "The Fields of Athenry," and you get an understanding of what it was like being sent out here as a convict. It's bloody horrific. But for some reason, it's a part of history that no one wants to talk about. We're not allowed to talk about it. And I find it very fascinating. It's a fascinating part of history. It's a very sad part of history. And I'm talking about what happened to the convicts. It's a very sad part of history. And yeah, it's just history is history, you know what I mean? The good, the bad, the ugly. It's part of life, and we should never ever erase it. Leave it alone. It's okay. It's history. I'm sick of people trying to tear history apart and get rid of it, and trying to destroy history by tearing down statues and monuments. Like, get a life.